rumored as a can't-miss head coaching prospect, Chris Ash now gets his shot. Former OSU and Wisconsin assistant takes over a Rutgers program in need of a major overhaul after a season which left the rails both on and off the field. Ash discussing that and more with our BTN bus tour crew as we head back to Rutgers.
And new Rutgers coach Chris Ash is with us now. Coach, the long-term goals are obvious when you take over a program like this. You want to turn it into a long-term winner. But how about in the short term, in the immediate term? What are your goals for Rutgers football right now?
We really want to just build a foundation for the future. We want a culture, we want an environment, we want a work ethic, we want an attitude, we want a belief system in everything that we do, and that foundation will help us for future years down the road. And I feel really good about the foundation we've been able to build in the 7 months so far that we've been here, and it's continued through training camp. So that's what we talk about every day right now.
Coach, really impressive practice today. I mean, it looks like you got a tremendous amount done. First time head coach, first time you have total control over the practice schedule. How'd you arrive at this schedule? Guys you've worked with, just how'd you put it together this way?
Well, you mentioned it to guys that I've worked with. I've worked with some very good head coaches. I think they're all intelligent. They've been successful. They've got similar practice plans, ones that I believe in. You practice to improve fundamentals. You practice to improve toughness. You practice to become physical at the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball. And that's what I believe in. So when I was putting together practice plans both in the spring and the training camp plan, I followed a lot of those models from people that I've been with because they've been pretty similar.
One more than another? One of the guys you've worked with?
No, I look at the last two I've worked with Brett Bielema and Urban Meyer. Although the offenses are different, what they want to get out of their offense is the same. They want a physical offensive line. They want a big, strong, physical defensive line. They want to run the ball. They're just out of different sets, and the tempo might be a little bit different, but what they want to accomplish is the same. So the practice plans are pretty similar.
Coach, when we walked out on the practice field, I got to tell you, I was really impressed physically with what these guys look like from the last time I had a chance to see them last summer. So they put a lot of work in this offseason.
Yeah, our strength and conditioning staff, led by Kenny Parker, who came with me from Ohio State, I think is as good as anybody out there. Combined with the nutrition staff that we put together here at Rutgers, I think that we can provide our players with great strength and conditioning, nutrition and food and hydration and recovery plans as there is out there. And I think if you look at our players in the last 7 months, the way their bodies have changed, it's a testament to what those guys have done.
You've been through spring practice. Today was your 5th practice. What maybe haven't you seen yet that you want to see maybe tomorrow, maybe in 2 or 3 days as you go through camp?
The biggest thing we're lacking is consistency in all areas. We'll come out one day, we'll be really good in the run game. The next day, it's not very good. Come out one day and we stop the run very good, and it's not very good the next day. Our kicking game, you saw here this afternoon, when we got done at the end, it wasn't very good. Yesterday, it was outstanding. So it's really consistency that we're lacking.
When you look at the goals as a team, what do you want to come out of here with? Your number one thing you want to come out outside of health?
Well, we want to be healthy, but I want a competitive football team that's very confident, and they know they can go and play with anybody that's on our schedule. And that belief system, I think, is starting to be built. It's not there by any means across the board, but our guys are really starting to believe in what we're doing and our plan, the way we practice, the way we prepare them. And I really like where this team is at right now.
Coach, we talked at media days, and you said you were going to spend most of your time on defense because that's where you're best at, and you need to be a better defense. How do you stay in touch with what's going on offensively, you personally?
Yeah, well, when I watch film with the defensive staff, I'm watching not only the defense, but I'm watching the offense also. And I take notes during those film evaluation sessions, and then I'll go and I'll talk to the offensive staff when it's over. If I see some things that I'm not sure about what they're trying to do, I'll go ask them. If there's something that I like that I think gives us problems defensively, I'll go let them know. But usually once a day, I'm touching base with the offensive staff, or at least with Drew Maringer, the offensive coordinator, on some things that I saw on film. Might be notes that I take out here on the practice field from just the organization, attention to details, the plays they call in certain situations that I'm not sure, what we're doing, and I'll go and ask. But I got complete faith and trust in him as the offensive coordinator and the offensive staff, and I'm not going to try to get in and tell them what to do. That's what they're hired to do, and I just want to make sure I'm in the loop and I know what they're doing.
We were discussing the offense. The big question, clearly, whenever you have a quarterback battle, is making a decision. What's the ideal time frame for you to have a clear-cut number one?
And sooner than later, we got to find a guy that does things consistently, has earned the trust of others, manages the offense the right way, can be productive out here every day that we come out to practice. It's still a competition. It's still a work in progress. I like the competition. I think the quarterbacks all as a group have gotten better. Nobody has separated themselves completely yet, but there's a couple guys I think are starting to pull away from the pack a little bit.
New head coach here at Rutgers, Chris Ash. Thanks a lot, Coach.
Thank you guys for coming.